Hello fellow mayors, welcome back to the City of Avalon on the Cape Babel map from Plazas and Promenades DLC. At the time of making this video, I was in a race to finish this city and releasing episodes at full rapid fire speed, so I appreciate you taking the time to watch them. In the last episode, we took an in-depth look at Area 8, here tucked up against the highway in downtown. While I was working on this mixed density, mixed height area, I was also laying the groundwork for Area 9 here. I'm going to define Area 9 as a mixed density, mixed height area that resides between the airport, 4-lane main road, and the river. I think I'm going to redirect the river closer to the ferry. I want to relocate the metro station a bit more centric to the area and closer to the buildings in this area. I'm also going to extend the tram line all the way down towards the ferry, and I'll link the two with a pedestrian bridge. Further, I think I'll add a ferry stop that will connect to the airport as well as the harbor once the harbor is built, and I'll show that in the next episode. Around the ferry stop, I'm going to build a nice modern city center spot with some leisure and tourism. I'm also going to have a nice splash of height in this spot. I think I'll run tram between this ferry stop and the metro. Up by the river will be a more compact zoning with a gradation from 4x4 lots to 2x3 lots as you work your way towards downtown, somewhat similar to Area 8. Let's get rolling. I moved the river, reworked the metro line, and got the buildings in for this half of the area. Some more zoning with high-density European and self-sufficient, and Heart of Korea. Also some financial district and modern city center, and all the roads are in. I present to you Area 9. First, I'd like to take a look at the transit. The metro line runs to the airport and to Area 1 in one direction and downtown in the other. You can see the green tram line from Area 8 comes in towards the ferry and connects to the pink tram line headed towards the other ferry. We have a metro station that runs directly to downtown with connections to the tram. The blue tram line also runs into downtown with some more frequent stops. There's a metro line between the ferry and downtown, and a metro line from the ferry all along the harbor. And the ferry goes to the harbor and the airport. That's the transit. Now let's take a look at the zoning. Around the metro, I'd say this may be a 4 out of 10 for transit-oriented development. We have some high-density residential on the left, but this 4-lane road splits between that and the metro, so it's taking up valuable real estate. The tram line does run along some mixed density, which is pretty good, but could be upsized a bit more to get the most out of it, so maybe a 5 out of 10. There are a few blocks of high-density commercial and office for some mixed-use zoning around the metro, which is nice. The tram line between the metro and the ferry does cut through some office and high-density residential, ending at a high-density commercial spot, so I'd give this more like a 6 out of 10 for transit-oriented development. Same for the tram line that runs into downtown. And that's enough about transit and transit-oriented development. I'd like to quickly touch on the biking. Roads with bike lanes run from the ferry, parallel to the tram line to the other ferry. They also run into the harbor area, as well as into downtown, using the road with tram and bike lanes. That all ties into the biking at the metro and into Area 8. And now a quick tour of the area. I mentioned in the beginning, I moved the train lines over to this side of the 4-lane to get better positioning for the metro and freight line. This mixed density area uses various lot size zoning to convey an increase in density. In the back are some larger 4x4 lots. As we move closer, there's a mix of 4x4 and 3x4, and a mix of 3x3 and 2x3, followed by mostly 2x3 buildings to create a gradual shift in more houses per block. If you stare at it long enough like I did, you'll eventually notice a gradual change. As we go through, I'm going to point out some nice detailing spots, like this high school with nice tiles, lighting, and planters. A spot by the high-density self-sufficient, and another spot next door. We'll take a look at these spots and a few others at night later in the video. We get a nice consistent mid-height in this section with the high-density European and Heart of Korea. We get a nice splash of height by the ferry. Some financial district zoning and high-density self-sufficient. Another colorful tiled spot. The spot with height has some tourism zoning and unique from the skyscraper pack. Some higher North American style apartments. And a beautiful self-sufficient apartment complex on this nice peninsula bordered by these boulders. Around the ferry, a nice 4x4 and 2x4 level 2 modern city building with plaza in the middle because the building has access on both sides. Here I use paths to create docks for boats. It's a shame we don't have boat props. Some more apartment complexes and nice use of tiling and lighting around the Heart of Korea buildings. A nice apartment complex on this pier. I love the blue, and I think the zone 2x2 level 4 residential buildings go really well with this unique building. Same is true on the adjacent pier. These 4x4 level 1s go really nice with this skyscraper, and these uniques bring a great focal point to these piers. Let's transition tonight for a quick stroll in the evening. I played with the lighting around the train tracks, especially around the bridges and tunnels to increase safety and show the trains off at night. I do love trains, what can I say? We can check out the few spots I pointed out during the day. I love the glowing effect around the high school. At the small park here, I added a few items as dirt path to expand it and added lighting around the paths. Here, a good example of effective lighting, tiles and lights on the left and none on the right. I really like all the blue and glass at the ferry stop. In here we have extra lights along the path, and once again, love the glowing effect you get with some of these tiles. The lighting and tiling around this unique really make it look great. Extra lighting on the keys and pads make them really jump out. There's some nice walking paths between the Heart of Korea buildings. I added lights along the boulevard to brighten up the sidewalk for walkers since I didn't zone on it. It looks pretty cool and it really stands out. Well, I hope you enjoyed Area 9. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Maybe only a handful left before the end of the city. Until then, happy building.